The Priory buildings have a very interesting history. They're really wrapped into the fabric of the neighborhood here in Deutschtown, the Deutschtown section of the north side. The church, which is now our Grand Hall, had been the St. Mary's Church. It was built by the German-speaking immigrants here in this Deutschtown neighborhood. These are people who primarily had immigrated from Germany, Austria, Switzerland. And they established a parish back in the late 1840s and decided, since they had the parish, they needed a church. So they started building the church, and brick by brick, they built what's now the Grand Hall in 1854. That's when it completed. It took them about 6 years to get it done. The Priory Hotel, which had been a Benedictine monastery, came about 30 years after this. It was built in 1888, and it served as the rectory for the church next door, meaning the church offices for the priests that were ministering to the church. But it also served as kind of a place for traveling Benedictine monks to stay sort of between assignments. The chief headquarters for the Benedictine Order of Catholic Priests is out in Latrobe, Pennsylvania, just to the east. And so this is sort of a convenient place in the big city where they could send people between assignments. And then also they had Benedictine monks who were just in residence here who weren't necessarily ministering to the church, but were doing other things. There was also a school that went along here. It had gotten torn down some number of years ago, but there was a school that went all the way through high school that lasted until the 1950s. And it was kind of a focus of a neighborhood activity. They had what they call Lyceum there, which is like a social club. It had a bowling alley and things like that. So this entire compound was really kind of a hub of activity for the Deutschtown neighborhood and the people that lived there.